Yes, welcome into DMB Community Bank Stadium in DeForest. It's week 3 of the high school season. The A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports featuring the Reedsburg Beavers and the DeForest Norskies. My name is Eric Rogers from Madison Sports Radio Talk Station, 106.7 FM, 1670 AM The Zone. Alongside me this week, again, all season long, is former head coach of the Madison Mustangs and 2011 Ironman Football League Hall of Famer, Adam Smith. So Adam coming in here, got Reedsburg at 2-0, DeForest at 1-1. I guess we'll have the national anthem, and then maybe we'll go into this analysis of this game.
As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to DMB Community Bank Stadium. Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith here. The Reedsburg Beavers and the DeForest Norskies, they last played each other Friday, September 27th of last year, where Reedsburg won that contest 17-10, but DeForest, they came out on the losing end of that one, but they lose 2 of the main players in that game, so really anything can happen here, and they might have some new looks. Adam, what are those looks going to be coming into this game?
Well, talking with offensive line coach Jay Matthews this week, we discovered that traditionally DeForest is an eye back team. They're going to line it up, they're going to run it down your throat. That's what they're going to try. But apparently this offseason they looked into some pistol, looked into some spread, and was thinking that they would give that a whirl, try to change it up. And through the first 2 weeks, it really hasn't worked. So they're going to go back to their eye set. And they're hoping, they got a very young team, so what they're hoping that they are able to revert back to what they've been doing since 4th grade. Their youth program does a great job of running the high school's offense and defense, and should hopefully gain returns and being able to run the ball with Jaden Sackman.
Well, they should be able to run the ball. I mean, you've got a left tackle in Hunter Topple that's 6'5", 295, a first-team all-conference kind of guy, and then a right tackle and Ben Swanton, a 3-star recruit, also a black belt in karate, by the way, but he's 6'2", 270, so he's got some big guys to run behind, so it's just going to be up to, Bo Gaston, the fullback, maybe to create a little bit extra blocking room for Sackman. And here's the kickoff in the I-90 Bowl, and 3 DeForest players go after the ball, and one of them does recover it, and they are on the ground, and that'll start the ball at the 20-yard line, so a little bit of an interesting look.
Yeah, we'll have the opportunity right now to see how DeForest comes out, if they're going to come out in their eye, or if they're going to run a little pistol or spread to try to change it up. I know we're talking with Coach Pottinger from Reedsburg. They were looking at Reedsburg coming out, or excuse me, DeForest coming out in a pistol look, so.
Well, we'll get our first look at the DeForest Norskies offense, led by Hunter Wilson, the junior quarterback and all-league defensive back last season. So they'll give it to Sackman off the left side. Gets around the edge after a broken tackle, and he's got a couple men to beat, but he'll get great yardage taking it across the 50 on the first carry of the game.
Not a bad way to start off your first offensive series in this big game against defending Badger North champion Reedsburg Beavers. Just a simple weak side lead play that he was able to break a tackle. Sackman was able to break a tackle and bounce to the outside, and it was a race down the sideline.
Well, they'll come out in the I formation again. Sackman the deep back, Gaston the fullback. So here's Wilson. Will hand it off, fullback off to the right side, blocking off the edge. Spin move from Sackman, but corralled at the 50-yard line. That was big number 66, Cole Carrig. Second team all-conference tackle.
And
Carrick did a nice job of getting off his block, coming down the line of scrimmage. You're going to see it in the Green Bay Packer instant replay. Good spin move by Sackman, but Cole Craig doing his job, running down the line of scrimmage, and making a nice tackle.
So sending the tight end captured in motion to the left. He'll go onto the left side. Here's Sackman again, up the gut this time. He'll pick up a few yards, so it's going to be a third down for DeForest.
Jacob Herbs is only a junior. Started last year as a sophomore at middle linebacker, which is saying something. And what's saying even more, he was first team all-conference. So they're going to have to put a body on him for DeForest to be able to get anything going on the ground.
Oh, we'll come out in the same look here. Captured in motion to the left again. Wilson will go on a 3rd and 5. Left side Sackman, spin move once again. He's going to be close to the sticks, but it appears to be a yard short. So a 4th and 1 now coming for the Norskies.
It's a great job by Noah Geffert coming up from his safety position. Last year, all-conference honorable mention to stop Sackman just short of the first down. It's a great job to see him coming downhill. Nice tackle around the ankles.
So Dryden Van Scoik will not come on to punt, but instead it'll be a 4th and short opportunity, officially a 4th and 2. Sackman will be just shy, it appears. We'll see if we get a measurement here. The official's going to move it actually back, and it will not be a first down. Instead, a turnover on downs, and Reedsburg will take over. So after a great first run by Sackman that gained him about 35 yards, they can't get anything going after that, and it's a turnover on downs.
Cole Carrick again, penetration, followed by Jacob Herbs, stopping Jaden Sackman just short of the first down and really giving Reedsburg great field position at their own 42-yard line.
And so see the midline offense from Reedsburg. Austin Shavink, the quarterback, will run this offense for the first time. Fullback handoff. And not really much going there, Adam.
It's going to be really key for DeForest defense to read their keys, follow their responsibilities, and tackle the football. Defensive linemen against this offense, they're told to tackle the fullback. Defensive ends told to tackle the quarterback, and outside backers, safeties, corners, they're tackling the pitch guy in this triple option wishbone offense that Reedsburg runs.
Well, it'll be a 2nd and 9 with 9:19 to play in this opening quarter. A man in motion, but takes the fullback instead. The toss play to the right side, and skipping along the sideline is Dylan Peterson, a 2nd team all-conference running back. He'll pick up a few.
Dylan Peterson with 10 carries for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. It's a pretty nice average.
Well, it's going to be a 3rd and 7, so officially 2 yards on the carry. 9:10 to play in quarter number 1. Scores 0-0 in the I-90 Bowl. Fakes the pitch, and he's going to be dropped at midfield. Austin Shavink goes with the keeper instead of the flip out, and it's going to be a 4th down for Reedsburg.
DeForest, as we check out the Green Bay Packer instant replay, did a really nice job tackling the fullback, forcing Shavink to keep that ball, and you want to really, in any option, you want your running back, you want the quarterback to keep the ball as much as possible. You don't want him running.
Well, Derek Weber will come on the punt for Reedsburg. Should set up decent field position. The punt is high, not too deep, drops at about the 20-yard line, and no one will touch it except for Reedsburg, where they will down it at the, 31-yard line.
It's a little cool tonight, a little drizzly, a little windy. I think special teams are going to be a big key for both teams today, and whoever makes least mistakes on special teams is going to win this game.
Well, I'm noticing here, we got some sort of theme going on in the crowd here, first week of school. But anyway, back in the action here, the I formation again from the Norskis. Fakes the handoff to Sackman, instead throws it to the tight end in the center of the field. That's Capstrin, and he reaches for an additional couple yards. He'll take it to about the 44-yard line of Reedsburg.
That's two big first down plays in a row to start a drive for DeForest. A little play action pass here. Fake the fullback. Put him in the flat. Bring the tight end across, dragging him across the middle. Nice easy throw. An easy completion for Hunter Wilson in the Norski's offense.
That'll be the second Green Bay Packer first down for DeForest. Here's the fullback dive instead of the handoff to the deep back. So Gaston picks up a couple yards.
Looked like a little option fake after that, so we'll have to keep our eye out, see if the DeForest is going to run any option.
This game brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. So we want to thank Mr. Paul Canaretta, all the good people over at A-1 Furniture and Bedding for supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. Again, Captured in motion, goes to the left side of the line. Wilson the pitch out to Sackman. Gets the block from Gaston, and he'll cross the 35-yard line, be about a half yard shy of that first down, but it'll be a third and manageable, very manageable.
Brings up 31.
This game also brought to you by the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball.
Number 75, Jared Shavik, is doing a really good job. Two times DeForest has run toss to his side of churning it in.
And on the 3rd and 1, it's a quarterback sneak, and he appears to pick up, well, it's going to be very close. He initially looked like he did cross the sticks. See where the official spots it. It looks like that should be good. But boy, is it right there. They're calling for the measurement, it looks like.
Whenever you get in those situations, you talk about with your offensive line and defensive line, talk about leverage. No man wins. And right there, Reedsburg did a really nice job of staying underneath the pads of DeForest and standing them up and not allowing Hunter Wilson to sneak through to get any more yardage, and may have forced them into a 4th down here.
Based on the initial slack in the chains, it looks like maybe this will be short. See when they stretch this thing out. It will be about a few links short of that first down.
And this is a tough decision for Coach Minnick, but
it appears they had that play kind of ready to go out of the
break.
Maybe
he already had that decision made.
So it will be a 4th and inches situation. Once again, to go in for it on 4th down is DeForest. So Wilson will go under center again here. 6:42 to play in quarter number 1. Another quarterback sneak, and this time should be enough.
Wilson on the keeper.
That'll move the chains for a Green Bay Packer first down.
And Mike Olson, defensive tackle for Reedsburg, did a nice job of trying to create a pile, just submarining the offensive linemen, but they only had inches to go, so it wasn't too tough for Hunter Wilson to stretch that ball across and get a new set of downs.
So Dryden Van Scoik, the near receiver, captured in motion, this time to the right side. Wilson will pitch it out to Sackman, gets the block, but after that there wasn't much going for him.
Outside linebacker Ryan Dregney did a nice job coming up and filling the alley, making a nice tackle. Reedsburg's really flying to the ball. There's always one to three hats on the ball at a time. That's what you really like out of your defense. It's great effort.
And now 2nd and 10, officially no pickup on the play. This time they'll try it to the left side. And once again, a couple of Reedsburg jerseys in there. And this time he picks up a couple yards, but still again, Adam, they have that one red.
Makes me wonder if they're trying to set something up here, Eric. They're trying to set up a reverse or a toss pass, or because they've run that play now 5 times. 3 times to their left and 2 times to the right. And for not getting a whole lot of yardage out of it,
we see a different look. We have 2 receivers to the left side this time on 3rd and 8. And looking left side, and he thought about going to the tailback, but he's sacked and the ball is out. The ball is out and recovered by the Beavers.
Mike Olson with the penetration. It was good coverage. He wanted to let that ball go, and he couldn't. And
also couldn't
looks
tuck
like,
it.
Yeah, Jared Shavik is the one who recovered it. Oh, I take that back. Cole Craig. I'll tell you what, it's the 3rd time we've called Cole Carrick's name. 2nd team all-conference last year, 6'1", 250. He's proven he's been a force in the defensive line for the Reedsburg Beavers so far tonight.
And so Reedsburg once again stops DeForest once they get into their half of the field. And so now we get a second look at the Reedsburg offense. Fullback dive, nope, keeper. And once again, a stop by DeForest for minimal yardage. And looking at this game, one of our sponsors here, Adam, this week, DMB Community Bank, named after the stadium here, is a proud sponsor of DeForest Area High School Athletics. You can stop by either of their 2 DeForest locations or visit their website, deforestbank.com. Near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC. And fullback Chris Jepson in there for Reedsburg. Here's the motion again in the pitch this time. Trying to get to the outside and gets a little bit of room. That was Lucas Muchow, the 1st team all-conference running back.
Again, DeForest doing a great job spilling that to the outside. You see here on the Green Bay Instant Packer replay, 52 does a nice job.
Breaks through an arm tackle.
Yep.
Gets it into Norski territory, the 49-yard line.
Alex Schoenen did a nice job of forcing him to the sideline as well.
And with this running game, the clock is really ticking away quickly. We only have 3:50 left in the opening quarter. And now once again working that option play is Shavink, and he'll pick up, it doesn't look like he picked up anything really on the play. It's going to make it 4th and 2.
Looked like Shavink really wanted to pitch that ball, but the pitch relation was not there.
So it's going to be
see here on the replay, him and number 43, Dylan Peterson, just did not have good pitch relationship. That was a good decision by Austin Shavink not to pitch that ball, get what he could, and again, a punt's a win in this situation. Play the field position game, pin them deep, let your defense continue to play tough, and hopefully continue to get good field position in return.
Well, they'll be punting from the same spot, it appears, and that ball will land about the 25-yard line where it dies, and should be about the 23-yard line for DeForest. So while we have a second, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back for the I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam.
Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A-1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A-1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
So that first down run went for a couple of yards to Jaden Sackman. They went quickly after the change of field position, or after the change of possession, excuse me. So now the Norskies faced with a 2nd and 7 with 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. Still 0-0 between the Norskies and the Beavers. Norskies in that familiar I formation, this time passing, looking left, for Dranskoik, and he's off to the races. One man to beat and tackled at the 25-yard line. Van Skoik hauled that one in using his baseball skills on that one.
Beautiful, beautiful pass by Hunter Wilson. You can see it here on the, almost see it here on the instant replay. Van Skyke did a really nice job. We talked about it in past telecasts of creating a box. He did a nice job of creating a box there. He had plenty of space for the ball to be thrown into. He beat number 7 one-on-one, and Hunter Wilson did a nice job putting the ball out there for him to run and go get it.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. But this time the handoff going nowhere. So a good first play on that possession. First play back from commercial break.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Well, we talked to Jay Matthews this week, DeForest O-line coach. He talked about the first 2 games, they haven't really come out and played physical. And I think you can tell by the play calling that they've made it a point that they're going to have to be physical. Or they're going to have no choice. We're going to call plays for us to be physical, and so far DeForest is doing a really good job of moving the ball in between the 20s. Now they just got to get it in the end zone.
Well, this run from Sackman will take them to about the 17-yard line, another yard short of the first down. And as this clock ticks down to 1:12 in the quarter, CW57's Talk of the Town is one of our sponsors for the show. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format by providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. If you want to be on the show, call 608-270-5700 or cw57.tv. And the 3rd and 1 goes to the fullback. And Gaston will take it to the 15-yard line and move the chains for another Green Bay Packer first down.
In that situation, 3rd and 1, they're gonna try to run behind Connor Girton, their first team all-conference center. You can see they get great pad level, great leverage on Reedsburg's defensive line. See good push back there, easy first down.
And with 35 seconds in quarter number 1, 0-0, DeForest threatening, ball in the 15-yard line with a 1st and 10. Not running at this time, but going for Van Skoik in the end zone. Gets a foot down. Do they call it? It is a touchdown, and the Norskies strike first.
Hunter Wilson with, again, 2 great passes in a row. Threw a perfect lob pass up in the corner of the end zone. And he did a great job of high pointing that ball and bringing it down.
Well, Van Skoik listed at 6'4", 195. Also a pitcher on the baseball team, but man, using his hops.
6'4" against 5'11". I mean, Cal Mazur did everything he could to try to defend that ball, but when you're on the back of 6'4", it's really hard to defend that.
So here will be the extra point. And up and just through on the left side, so it will be 7-0 in favor of the Norskies. We'll take a break. We'll be right back for the last part of this first quarter in the I-90 Bowl. You're watching CW57 Sports.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across Wisconsin. High school football offers students teachable moments that are unique to the education-based experience. Football provides the environment most conducive to those teachable moments and helps perpetuate an important and long-lasting national tradition. The Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of DeForest Area High School athletics. Stop by either of our DeForest locations or visit our website at www.deforestbank.com. DMB Community Bank, near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC.
Eric Rodgers and Coach Adam Smith here at DMB Stadium in DeForest, where the Norskies just scored a touchdown, a 15-yard strike into the corner of the end zone for Dryden Van Skoik. And with 23 seconds left, they will be kicking it off to Reedsburg, who's been stalled when they get close to the first down. They've been really playing the punting position, but a couple key throws after setting up the run for DeForest led to that drive.
Allen Peterson back deep for Reedsburg.
So here will be the kickoff, taking it about the 11-yard line. And faking out the defender. He's got a couple men to beat. Good blocking. He'll take it just past midfield. A heck of a return.
Dylan Peterson on the return.
And Dylan Peterson, the running back, using his speed in the return game. So guy just really involved in all parts of this game.
Well, you can tell Dylan Peterson is the guy they want to have the ball in the hands of, and he does a nice job finding a crease. Good blocking up front. There's a nice lane. Good block by number 35, Jacob Herbs, to kind of spring him into the open field. And Reedsburg starting with the third drive that they had, that they have really good starting field position.
Well, we'll see what they can do offensively. Dylan Peterson thinking about going, and so they're going to call in a legal motion or something, or so this penalty might actually be against DeForest.
Yeah, they jumped and made contact.
So we'll be in
5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 5.
Encroachment for 1st and 5. And while we have a second, the Restaurant Show is one of our sponsors. It's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life is too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the Restaurant Show. And Reedsburg with a 1st and 5 now. Gets the pitch out this time, a little bit of open room. Stiff arm, nice work. And he'll get a 1st down here. Lucas Muchow, the first team all-conference member, a Crazy Legs Hirsch watch list member.
His first carry of the game. Again, triple option. It's really hard to defend. That's one of the reasons Reedsburg's had so much success over the last 5 or 6 years. It's a system that they run well and all the way down into their youth system. And you know, Lucas Muchow did a nice job of getting that pinch, getting a 1st down.
And that will take us to the end of quarter number 1, where the Norskies lead the Beavers 7-0. We'll take it to a commercial break and be right back for quarter number 2, 3, and 4 in the I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Here comes the boom. JJO Sonic Boom. A day to remember. Rainy the horizon. All that remains. Avatar. JJO Sonic Boom. September 13th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across Wisconsin. High school football offers students teachable moments that are unique to the education-based experience. Football provides the environment most conducive to those teachable moments and helps perpetuate an important and long-lasting national tradition. The Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
And quarter number 2 underway here from DeForest High School. The fullback handoff will go for a couple yards here for Reedsburg, and it's going to make it a 3rd and 6 situation. Excuse me, 2nd and 6.
Again, that's a nice job of getting 4 yards by Chris Jepson, the fullback. That's, as an offensive play caller, that's all you can ask for is 4+ yards on 1st down. It really sets up your play calling for 2nd and potential 3rd down plays.
The first quarter flying by here with all the running in this game, but here we go again, and now off to the left side's Muchow. He'll take it for a few more yards and make it a 3rd and short.
We'll call the ball carrier. Jared Andrus on the stop.
And you almost feel Reedsburg is in a 4 downs, situation here where they're only down 7, but this is a 3rd possession where they've gotten into DeForest territory and haven't been able to capitalize.
Well, on this 3rd and 2, here it is.
Austin Shivink on the keeper.
And Shivink will keep it for near the 1st down.
Officials timeout.
And we'll have the officials bring the chain gang over for this one as well. This game brought to you by Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. If you want to be on Girl Talk, it's 608-270-5700 or CW57.TV. Also, A-1 Furniture and Bedding. Thank you to Mr. Paul Canarella, all the good people over there, supporting us this season as the official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Still measuring here, but
kind of a tough week in Wisconsin football this past week, huh?
Oh yeah, no kidding.
4th and inches.
But
Badgers go down and Packers go down last night.
Well,
lose by 20.
Balaga tearing his MCL, so that's a 2 to 4 week injury. But obviously, you don't know.
Oh, that guy
cannot
catch a break.
Yep, missing the entire season last year. Significantly less, devastating as their ACL tear, though. So the 4th and 1, it is going to be short of the first down on the 3rd down attempt, but this appears to cross the chains for a Green Bay Packer first down. Be Reedsburg's best chance here to get some points. I have a feeling any points you can score in this game are going to, be very hard to come by.
Run that off tackle play again. And linebacker Will Gans does a nice job of tracking it down from behind and possibly stopping Reedsburg short here.
Well, it sticks right on the ball, and that will be a Green Bay Packer first down for Reedsburg. So the 4th and inches call works in Reedsburg's favor, and now they have the ball on the 23-yard line. A chance to threaten here and maybe tie this game up. Reedsburg's really been off the field offensively. This is the first drive they've had that's extended past the first down marker. Shavink barking out the signals. He'll hand it off right side after the fake, and that's Dylan Peterson.
First time they showed that counter play. Fake it to the fullback to the left, came back to the right with Peterson and got a nice first down gain. 2nd and 4 at this territory. It's a nice play action pass, call right here. Let's see if Reedsburg attempts their first pass in this situation.
And yeah, they have been running all night. So they go with the option play once again. He keeps it. Shavink will take it inside the 10-yard line. Inside the close to the 5-yard line where they'll set up a 1st and goal situation.
That's a great job by number 56, Zach Cleash. And number 72, Garrett Westerwell, doing a nice job opening up a hole for Shavink to run through. That's the first opportunity he's had to kind of get out into open field.
And here's Reedsburg's first chance at a 1st and goal situation, looking to capitalize on their running drive so far. They give it to Mucha on the left side. He'll take it for a couple, but stacked up at the 5-yard line.
There's Will Gans again at outside linebacker, bottling that play up. He did a nice job stacking up Lucas Muchow right here, picking him right up and just, we're going to drive you back, son. It's a nice job by the DeForest defense. You can see how many purple jerseys are on him right there. That's a great job.
And we're under 9 minutes to play in this second quarter. Still 7-0 DeForest. Reedsburg with their best chance here at 2nd and 6, so no gain on the carry. Sending man in motion. Here's the fakes the pitch. Shavink reaching into the end zone. And the officials call that a touchdown, and Reedsburg answers back with a touchdown drive of their own.
Again, it's their bread and butter play. It's that triple option. Fake the dive to the fullback here on the Green Bay Packer instant replay. Read the outside backer. Either pitch or keep, and the hole was there, so he took it and was able to dive in for the end zone. It's a great play by Austin Shavink and getting that ball in the end zone. It was a big score for Reedsburg right there. They needed to respond.
And Mitch Hallback on to kick the extra point. And normally when you see that it's going to be a running game between both teams, it's pretty easy to predict what the other team's going to do. But anyway, with the extra point, it is 7-7. DeForest Reedsburg tied at 7. We'll be back for the I-90 Bowl here on CW57 Sports.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
The A1 Furniture and Betting I-90 Bowl here in DeForest. It's 7-7 after the touchdown drive put together by Reedsburg. So nice job of answering the call after the Van Scoik touchdown from DeForest on the other end. 8:36 to play in this first half of action in this I-90 Bowl. So Mitch Hallbach will do the kickoff honors for Reedsburg, and DeForest will get a crack at it again. Here's the boot down the middle of the field to about the goal line. Mishandles the ball. He's going to have to bring it out because he touched it. And wow, at the 1 yard line, it doesn't get any more tough than that. And wow, Reedsburg really catches a break.
That's a mental breakdown right there. He on a kickoff, if you muff it and it goes into the end zone, you can still down it. And
Luke Angusseth, yeah, like you said, a mental breakdown.
There's a mental breakdown. Coach Minnick will get him, coached up. That won't happen again. And
well, I guess on the positive side, they already knew you were going to be running it in this situation, so it doesn't really change your play calling here.
Well, it does change your play calling. You in practice should be practicing. Oh, they're going to call it a touchback. They're going to say his knee touched when he was in the end zone, and he was down.
Boy, did they get lucky on that call.
And we just thought Reedsburg caught a break. I think DeForest just got a really good break.
Yeah.
Lucky he slipped there.
Well, he's probably telling his guys right now, yeah, totally meant to do that. Obviously taking a knee. And the Norskies now at their own 20 instead of their own 2. We'll have 1st and 10, and the clock will run. Well, now it stops. So while we have a moment here, let's take a look at our sponsors, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. And here we go from the 20. Out of that I formation once again. And Sackman will get a nice block again from Gaston, and he'll take it up to about the 29-yard line. A great carry on first down.
Look at Jabe on that power. Jaden Sackman did a great job of pushing outside, setting that block up, and cutting back underneath to the hole. 9 yards on first down. Good second and 1. Good play action.
Well, and on 2nd and 1, it's Sackman again. He'll do a little bit of shifty footwork and pick up another 6 yards and move the chains for a Green Bay Packer first down.
One of these times I'm going to be right with these play action calls.
One of these times, yeah. Well, we'll see how many times they're going to be throwing it here.
Well, the way it's going, it's not looking like they're going to be throwing too much, which is all right with both coaches, I'm sure. But a play action pass, not too bad of an idea.
Might actually catch him off guard even more because of that. Anyway, it's Sackman again, this time left side. A couple on that one. Sackman actually the top scoring freshman and most improved sophomore on the basketball team, but using his skill here as a junior on the football team.
It's a good open field tackle by Zephyr Smith. 5'10" junior from Reedsburg.
And it's a 5-yard carry on first down. 7:19 to play in the first half. This time they pitch it out to the right side to Sackman. He almost broke that one for a bigger gain. He had a little bit of a hole, and it closed down. Looks like he might have got his foot caught on one of the linemen, but it will move the chains for another Green Bay Packer first down.
First down.
DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of DeForest Area High School Athletics. You can stop by either of our 2 DeForest locations or visit our website, deforestbank.com. DMB Community Bank near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC.
Bo Gaston, the ball carrier.
So another running play will pick up a good chunk of about 5-6 yards on that carry.
Again, running right behind their all-conference center, Condon Girton. Bo Gaston, good 6-yard gain. it's nice to feed the fullback every once in a while for all the hard blocking he does.
Yeah, you mentioned Girton, Wisconsin State Journal All-Area preseason team member. And back to Sackman on this carry, trying to get to the 40-yard line. He'll be
Sackman, the ball carrier.
Stopped at about the
Separate Smith on the stop.
43-yard line.
Game 3 of the play makes it 3rd and 1.
This game is brought to you by CW57's Talk of the Town. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format provides one-on-one analysis of current issues.
It's the second time Zephyr Smith has had to come from his cornerback position to make a tackle on a back. And here he is again. He was real close. They're not blocking him, so they're basically saying our back versus your corner. Your corner's got to make the play. He's not there for tackle so much. He's there to cover. But that receiver's coming down. There's blocking down. You can check it on the Green Bay Packer replay. Number 21 goes down, blocks down on the safety, and outside linebacker Ryan Drigney happened to beat him to the punch, but I noticed that a couple of times the receivers blocked down and put that back one-on-one with the corner.
Well, it looks like they went to the run one too many times on that one, and this time the defense guessed that they were running off to the right side, and they were right.
Yeah, Jacob Herbs, there's that man again.
We are under about 5:15 to play in this first half, and nothing really too pretty from the Norskies as far as running the ball, but they've been moving the chains and chewing up some clock, so they're on their way to potentially come away with more points. Goes down as a loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Again, pitch out to Sackman. And just met at the 40-yard line by a host of white jerseys, and he goes down.
Jacob Herbs and Cole Carrick again.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Making the tackle. Jared Shovik is also did a nice job of shedding his block and spilling Jared Sackman towards the sideline, and really only a very minimal game.
And the first 3rd and long and the first motion we've seen, but instead of the pass, they'll go with the draw, and Sackman shoestring tackle, and he can't go anywhere. A nice tackle in the backfield by Herbs.
Herbs is 5'8", 180. He's playing a lot bigger than that. I'm really impressed with this young man and the way he's seeing and finding the ball and getting to it and making tackles. He's a sure tackler. Look at him just hold on for dear life, wait for his teammates to come.
Wasn't that the guy that Jay Matthews was talking to us about, saying that's the guy we need to watch out for?
Absolutely.
Back deep for Reedsburg.
So now on to punt here. 3:45 to play. DeForest will punt that one. Good placement. And that's going to roll inside the 5-yard line. And wow, the tables have turned. It goes the complete other way, and now it's Reedsburg that will start inside their 5. And no chance for a touchback call here.
Will begin 1st and 10.
This is where DeForest really has to keep in mind of reading their responsibilities and keys, and they can't get thinking about safety right here, because as soon as they do, one of those backs is going to bust it for a big gain, and they're not going to be back, in their shadow of their end zone. You really have to maintain. You're going to expect fullback dive here, something to that effect, something up the middle, try to gain some yardage away from their end zone, but DeForest is going to really, there it is, fullback dive.
And Chavink hands it off, and you knew the fullback dive was coming, but it goes for a good chunk of 7 yards.
And you're wondering if, because of that if DeForest wasn't thinking just trying to think safety, that's what they were thinking, safety, that they might not have been thinking about their responsibilities, and that fullback gained 7 yards on that play.
And it's 2nd and 2 with 3 minutes to play in the first half. Game is tied at 7. And once again, the fullback dive this time off to the right side, but nothing. So he might have even lost a couple yards.
Kevin Rawls did a really nice job of getting off his block and catching the running back there behind the line of scrimmage. Really nice job there, using his hands.
Game brought to you by The Restaurant Show, Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life is too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. 608-270-5700. And that third down play goes nowhere for the Reedsburg. And they're going to be punting from deep in their own territory. We got a stoppage of play from the officials here. Timeout, actually, for DeForest.
It's a good timeout for DeForest. They figure they can get the ball in good field position, and we'll find out just how good they're going to do. Yeah, we come back from commercial.
Yep.
Welcome to Flavor Headquarters. Welcome to Firehouse Subs,
where we pile on so much steaming hot premium meat and cheese, it's way over code. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse Subs start at only $5.49. Try the Firehouse meatball today. Best meatballs of marinara anywhere. Believe me, we've looked. Made even better with Wisconsin provolone cheese and Italian herbs.
Try one today, only at Firehouse Subs.
One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
Eric Rogers and Coach Adam Smith back here, the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl here at DMB Stadium in DeForest, where the Norskis and the Reedsburg Beavers are tied at 7. Reedsburg faced with a 4th and 6. And they will be punting from inside their end zone. They do get that one away. It's going to drop around the 40-yard line and go out of bounds. So obviously great field position for DeForest, but you can't ask for much more out of your Beavers there when you just got to get that one away.
I was wondering if DeForest would really come after that. There's some philosophies, coaches will have that really come after and try to pressure the punter in that situation, being in your end zone. I always like setting up a return because you're going to get great field position.
Well, they've got 2 minutes and 6 seconds from their own 35-yard line, 2 timeouts. And, I mean, maybe they're content to try and get into field goal range here. Obviously, running the ball is going to take that time off the clock faster. So we'll see if it is Sackman again. It is up the gut this time. And, wow, just powers to the 25-yard line, almost there. He's really close to a first down. So
it was a great block by number 72, Hunter Topple, just pancaking this guy down in the middle of the field as Jaden Sackman went by him.
So the clock continues to run. 1:40 in this opening half, and a 2nd and 2 for the Norskis. Ball on the 27-yard line. This time a rollout to the left for Wilson. He'll run with it. He'll get the first down, moving the chains. It is a Green Bay Packer first down. Gets out of bounds, and it'll be 1st and 10.
That was just a simple power pass play. They got Hunter Wilson coming out, rolling to his left, and you have nice options on that play. You read the flat defender because you have a 10-yard out, usually by the tight end, fullback out in the flat. If it's not there, you tell him to run. Get what you can, get out of bounds in that situation. And Hunter Wilson did both. Got the first down and stopped the clock.
And a minute 28 is on the clock for this first half. And they go right back to Sackman, who will run it for a gain of about 4 yards on 1st and 10. This game is brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. The good people over there, thank you for supporting us this season. That's our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. 2nd and 5 with a minute 5. And they go to Sackman, but wow, the linebacker comes in there and just blows it up in the backfield. Who is it, Adam?
It's that man again, Jacob Herbs. Great job, great A-hole blitz right there, and just blitzed Sackman.
He lost 4 yards on the carry. And you knew that one was there. Is there anything Wilson could have done?
There was nothing they could have done, but I'm wondering about, they have 2 timeouts left, and they haven't called one.
Well, they go right back to Sackman again, left side, and he'll be met at about the line of scrimmage, and he's going nowhere. So it's going to be a 4th down here, and now a timeout taken, I would assume, by Reedsburg.
Timeout DeForest.
Now DeForest finally takes their timeouts.
We've talked about, I'm not a big fan of running an outside toss play to the short side of the field. they block down again, and Zephyr Smith is doing a great job of coming up and at least making contact and making, being involved in tackles in that situation. He's so far as winning the battle between the halfback, cornerback, can you tackle me or not? And he's doing a great job of holding his area, and they're not gaining any yards off of it. And I'm really perplexed by the play calling and the time management in that situation. They did a great job of running the ball.
Well, they obviously they've shown that they can throw the ball.
They've shown they have the size advantage. Again, the mentality that they're trying to tell, we're gonna be tough, we're gonna run it down. But Reedsburg's tough too. They're a good defense, defending. Badger North champs. They know what it takes to win, and to just try to settle for a field goal attempt against the wind, possibly, or go for it on 4th down here. It's just not very smart.
That offense again. It's 4th and 8, Adam. So you kind of got to wonder about this play calling. 29 seconds left, but sure maybe Reedsburg won't have an opportunity really, but
they could be trying to make them jump here, try to gain 5 yards. Nope.
They don't.
So
they'll go
it
passing. Wilson, and this time in the end zone again, but dropped. They had Van Scoik, the target they were looking for, the guy with the touchdown on the other end. The pass goes incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs, Adam.
Zephyr Smith right there. Perfect position. The ball was thrown short, and Van Scoik he had to catch it low, and Zephyr Smith was able to get a hand in there and knock it out. Exactly what you tell your DBs to do is attack the hands, and he did a great job of knocking that ball out. That ball was higher, where Van Scoik could jump and get that ball. It's a touchdown.
Well, it's 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line for Reedsburg, but they'll just down it here. And they'll
get the ball at the beginning of the second half, so they're not going to risk anything.
Up here to be content here, it's going to be 7-7 going into halftime. The Norskies and the Beavers tied at 7 for the I-90 Bowl, presented by A-1 Furniture. Eric Rogers and Coach Adam Smith here. We'll send it to break on the CW57 Sports.
DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of DeForest Area High School athletics. Stop by either of our DeForest locations or visit our website at www.deforestbank.com. DMB Community Bank, near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
Your breakfast? Your commute? Your morning routine? Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across Wisconsin. High school football offers students teachable moments that are unique to the education-based experience. Football provides the environment most conducive to those teachable moments and helps perpetuate an important and long-lasting national tradition. The Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
Welcome back into DMB Stadium. The Reedsburg Beavers visiting the DeForest Norskies. Game is tied at 7. Adam, this game presented by A1 Furniture and Betting, the I-90 Bowl. And we just want to thank Mr. Paul Canarella and all the good people over there for supporting us this season as the official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. And also, obviously, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. Also, DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of the DeForest Area High School Athletics. Stop by either of our 2 DeForest locations or visit our website, deforestbank.com. Near to you, far from ordinary, member FDIC. Adam, it's obviously been a running football game. The clock has been going nonstop, basically, but it seems like, it's kind of pretty much DeForest's game at this point. They had a little bit of clock mismanagement at the end. Does this game seem as close as it is?
Oh, absolutely. Reedsburg's done a great job of responding to some big plays that DeForest has had. And likewise that, DeForest defensively has been sound. They've been very tough. They've given up very little. They had one big drive that they let Reedsburg get, but other than that, they've done a great job with being sound in their responsibilities and defending the triple option wishbone of attack by Reedsburg. And it is anybody's game. And turnovers and special teams are going to be the deciding factor, because it's been proven that both teams they're just gonna smash mouth it. They're gonna shove it down their throats and see who can stop it. And so far, both teams have done a great job with being able to hold each other in check.
Well, right. I mean, obviously, it seems the field position is the factor, and if you can get an opportunity to get points, you need to take it, whether it's a field goal or whatever. It's going to be one of those games that comes down to potentially the last possession. And like you said, Reedsburg's going to get this ball to start the second half. Do they need to make any adjustments, or I mean, it's kind of one of those things. They know they're going to run the ball.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of adjustments to that offense. They didn't throw a pass in the entire first half. Of course, they didn't have a lot of opportunities. I believe they only had 3 possessions in the entire half, and that's what happens when you go against 2 running teams. Your possessions are going to be very limited, especially if they gain a lot of yards in between. They chew up a lot of yards in between the 20s and kind of hold each other in check.
Which obviously makes each possession worth more, essentially.
Absolutely.
You score on a possession, it's huge. As opposed to, like you see a lot of these NFL offenses are just pass-oriented. Well, this is that complete opposite kind of thing.
Yeah, they were saying, last week that USC had I think they ran 102 plays last week.
No kidding.
Which is unheard of. That's scary. As far as what football at that level and the NFL is coming to, and generally it's 75 plays. You usually bank on 12, 13 possessions a game.
I called one of your Madison Mustangs games, and you guys won a game 98-0. What was you said you had some ridiculously low amount of plays on that game.
Yeah, when you have when you score that many points that fast. And some of the different phases of the game, sometimes a lot of one-play drives, two-play drives, and you're getting big explosive plays. And DeForest has the size advantage in the passing game. You look at their tight end, 6'3", receiver, Cape Strand, their tight end, 6'3", Brock Williams, 6'1", Bryce Berg, 6'1", Van Skoyek, he's 6'4". They have the size advantage in the passing game, and I understand about the mentality and what Coach Matthews said, and Coach Minnick is emphasizing this week is, smash mouth football. We got to come out and be tough, but when you have opportunities, you got to take advantage of it, whether it's in the play action pass game. They've done a great job of running their leads and tosses. Get a boot pass out there a little bit more often. Have a drop back. Throw it up to those big guys. You have the size advantage. You're looking at Reedsburg's corners, 5'11" and 5'10".
So we will. I mean, it sounds like what your adjustments are going to be if you're Reedsburg, make more clean, crisp, blocking schemes and just stay really dedicated to that. If you're DeForest, maybe come out and try some passes. That's going to be your adjustments.
Well, they got DeForest needs a double team up to Jacob Erbs and get him either fight through some traffic or get a body on him, because he's good. He's really good ball player, and he's making an impact for Reedsburg.
And while we have a second, we'll step away. We'll come back for some more halftime analysis and the second half of action here in the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of DeForest Area High School athletics. Stop by either of our DeForest locations or visit our website at www.deforestbank.com. DMB Community Bank, near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC.
Here comes the boom. JJO's Sonic Boom. A day to remember. Bring me the horizon. All that remains. Hatebreed. Now is the time for me to
WJO Sonic Boom. September 13th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A-1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A-1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
Silvermine Subs, hot and cold subs made fast and delivery until 3 a.m. Try the Cripple Creek sub made with grilled chicken breast, bacon, provolone, ranch, lettuce, and tomato served hot starting at just $4.39. Looking to feed a group? Choose from catering choices including our party platter that offers a delicious assortment of Silvermine subs on your choice of fresh baked bread or as wraps.
Silvermine Subs.
The Silvermine Subs, they're the subs that you love. And remember,
We deliver.
gonna dig it.
DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of DeForest area high school athletics. Stop by either of our DeForest locations or visit our website at www.deforestbank.com. DMB Community Bank, near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC.
Eric Rodgers and Coach Adam Smith here, the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. As you can see in DMB Community Bank Stadium, the host DeForest Norskies, the visiting Reedsburg Beavers. Game is tied at 7. We got 6.5 minutes left until the start of the second half. But I have a feeling, Adam, this halftime is about as long as the entire first half just because of how much running we've seen. And like you said, we get some play action. It's a possibility, but if you're DeForest, try and stop that Jacob Herbs guy. Someone put a man on him, please.
Well, Cole Carrick and Mike Olson up, their defensive tackles done a great job just taking up bodies. That's exactly what they've been told, coach to do. You want to take up bodies, allow your linebackers, free runs. And, Dalton Hahn, we've called his name a couple times, and Ryan Dregney, we've called his name a couple of times, and the linebacking core, the Reedsburg Beavers, is very good, and those guys up front attribute to that. They take up bodies and allow for running lanes for their linebackers, and Cole Carrick is also very good. He's been good at getting off blocks and using his hands and penetrating and making some plays in the backfield, and along with Jacob Herbs. And you can see why Jacob Herbs is an all-conference linebacker. He's very good. I hope he's able to pack on a little bit of size, but be able to play at the next level somewhere. But he's a very good player and definitely the heart and soul of the Reedsburg defense. And one of the reasons that DeForest only has 7 points, but like I said, DeForest has the advantage in the passing game, and one of the ways that you can help negate Jacob Herbs is by throwing the ball to the tall wide receivers. And not saying not to run it. I'm not saying just throw the ball all the time, but pick and choose spots down in distance where you can take advantage of the throwing. And Hunter Wilson has done a great job throwing the ball, made great decisions so far, with his feet and with his arm. And I give that guy a chance,
Well, and I don't know if you heard this news, Adam, but you could just literally pull a Green Bay Packers here. The Packers and the Seahawks. Sure, the Packers lost, but I know Aaron Rodgers actually said after the game, "Yeah, we intentionally threw away from Richard Sherman. We're not going to go mess around with that." So if you're DeForest, you could, like you said, pass the ball, go away from Herbs, and then do one of those situations.
Well, we already listed the size of DeForest and their receiving core. Throw the ball up there. 1 time out of 4, they're gonna catch it, and it's gonna be a big play. I'm really surprised that they haven't taken advantage of that. Hopefully they make that adjustment in the second half and allow Hunter Wilson to put the ball in the air just a smidge more. Not a lot, just a smidge more, especially in those second and short situations where you can pull a play action pass. And all he has to really do is throw the ball up, because Reedsburg's, Kalamazoo, 5'11", and they're young, they're juniors. So,
sophomore linebacker in Dalton Hahn.
Zephyr Smith has done a great job coming up on the run and tackling, but he's also already got beat for a touchdown, and in a better ball from Hunter Wilson at the end of the half there would have been another touchdown. So got to take advantage of your size, get the ball up in the air, give your receivers a chance to catch it, high point it, and take advantage of the youth and the lack of size of Reedsburg.
Well, while we have a second, we'd like to give a special thanks to our sponsors, Mr. Paul Canarella and the good people over at A-1 Furniture and Bedding, for supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Also, the Green Bay Packers are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. And also, the CW57 presents Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. Also, Sunset Grill, they brought us some food here before the game. Sunset Grill,
some awesome food.
Big TVs over there, drink specials, pool and darts, outdoor patio. They got that Friday night fish fry at them. So you stop over there, 637 West North Street in DeForest, Highway V, half-mile east of 9094. So this game here, going into the second half, we got just under 2 minutes here, and DeForest is out on the field. Reedsburg sure to follow. A 7-7 game, and every possession's going to count. So we'll shortly here, while it's 7-7 between the Norskies and the Beavers, we'll take a quick commercial break here and be back for the second half on CW57 Sports.
Inside your body could be the map to a whole new world.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, inviting you to watch Talk of the Town, where we invite local business owners on to talk about news and information, all right here on the CW57.
Welcome back to DMB Stadium for the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. I'm Eric Rogers along with Coach Adam Smith on CW57 Sports. The Norskies and the Beavers tied at 7 coming in here. Both of these teams, running teams. You have Reedsburg coming in with more of a midline and veer kind of option offense, and then the standard and old school, always good bread and butter style of the I formation of the Norskies. Both these teams taking advantage of miscues in field position, but DeForest has had the ball a lot more, and that their time of possession, I didn't take track at them, but like you said, you were thinking, what, three possessions, 3 drives for Reedsburg?
Yeah, that's all they got, and that you can't even really count the last possession that they had. Technically a 4th possession, but when you just down it and before half, you don't really count that. They had 3 significant drives, and they were able to score on one of them. And 1 out of 3 isn't bad, but you really want to try to take advantage of the good field position, really great field position they had. I think the first 2 possessions they had, they started at their own 42 and 43-yard line. You can't beat that at all. And they took advantage of their 3rd possession and scoring a touchdown. So they've done a good job of handling the ball and not have any fumbles on their mesh points, which can happen at times, especially when it's a little bit cooler. Ball's a little slick. They've done a really good job taking care of the ball. Both teams have. I don't think we've seen the
only
ball
gonna
on the floor.
It's only going to be colder, Adam.
Yeah, we haven't seen the ball on the ground at all. So both teams, and we talked about that with Jay Matthews during the week about ball security. They had some fumbles last week against MG and some unopportune times, and really feel that cost them that game and not starting off fast too. So I think what they've been repping and talking about in practice has really showed this week. And DeForest is going to have an opportunity to really stick it to Reedsburg and pin them down here. And we're going to see if Dylan Peterson can get him the field position he got last time he touched the ball on a kickoff.
Well, it was funny. We were talking with Reedsburg coach Brian Pottinger earlier in the week, and he said coming in, he's kind of expecting a shotgun pistol offense and not as much of this I formation stuff from DeForest, but that's just based off the last couple games, and they just switched that over this week.
Well, it's something that all these kids are used to doing, though. Again, their youth system does a great job of running the high school system, and I've even coached at that level with my kids, and they're running the I, they're running the same lead and toss plays and using the same terminology as Coach Minnick is with his kids, and they can do this stuff in their sleep. They've run it so many times. So I think it was, it might be something they continue to practice as far as the pistol and the spread to maybe, if they put themselves in a playoff position to put a little wrinkle in, once the playoffs start, or, give them an advantage. But the I formation, lead, toss, that's DeForest bread and butter. That's what they're best at, and that's what they're going to do. And hopefully they're able to continue doing it and get something going here.
And now the ball being placed on the tee for the second half of action here in the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. The tight end Jake Capstrin will be kicking off for DeForest. And Reedsburg will get this ball with a chance to try and break this tie coming into the second half. And look for Dylan Peterson back there on the return along with Lucas Muchow.
It's a pretty good combo, two all-conference halfbacks, back deep on kickoff. Pick your poison.
And here is the kick from Capstrin. It's going to go to Peterson, the 6-yard line. Defender slips, tries to get around him. He's kind of caught sitting there juking back and forth, not really going anywhere, and he's going to be down at the 24-yard line. And that's where the Reedsburg Beavers will start their first possession of the second half.
And that's where Reedsburg will begin, 1st and 10.
See on the replay the ball carrier just kind of moving back and forth. So here it is, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, they call it. 7-7 here, the score. Javink will hand this ball off right up the middle. That'll be a good gain of 5 at him. So even though it's right up the gut and you just turn your feet and you keep pushing.
Hey, 5 yards is 5 yards, and again, we talk about it all the time. First down plays getting 4+ yardage, and you get 5.5, almost 6 yards on a fullback dive. And again, Reedsburg did a really nice job of having great pad level and being able to push the DeForest defensive line back.
And so it will be 2nd and 4 from the 31 for the Beavers. Peterson in motion. They go to Muchow on the end around. One man to beat for the first down. He's going to be close. I think he does pick up the Green Bay Packer first down. So good moves from Muchow. And that'll move the chains.
And 5 on the play, 1st and 10, Reedsburg.
Luke Inkstick with a nice tackle from a safety position. Touchdown saving tackle coming across the field. Going low, making a nice tackle. Reedsburg, though, still gets a Green Bay Packer first down.
Yeah, Muchow, the first team all-conference member. Also a Crazy Legs Hirsch preseason watch list member. And so it is 1st and 10 from the 36. Peterson on the end around. No, it is Muchow up the middle. And wow, there's another 6-7 yard carry at him.
Again, Reedsburg's doing what they're also known to do, and that's smash mouth football out of the wishbone. And what's going to happen if they keep getting 5, 6, 7 yards on these fullback dives. They're coach is going to start pinching with this defense, and they're going to be able to hit them with an option pitch to the outside, and watch out for an explosive play here.
And with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, 2nd and 5 from the 41. This time they do pitch it out to Peterson on the right. He'll get through a block, and he'll be down just right before the first down marker.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looks like they'll call it a 3rd and 1 here for Reedsburg. The Norskies on defense, I mean, they see what's coming here. They know the play is going to be a running play. They just have to guess which one.
Yeah, Kevin Rawls did a nice job of just getting the foot of Dylan Peterson and causing him to be a little shy of that first down.
This I-90 Bowl brought to you by the Green Bay Packers. They are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, visit packers.com/youthfootball. And out of the break here is now a 1st and 10 from the 48 for Reedsburg. Now they go Peterson on the end around. I thought he was down on the ground. Whoa, is he gone? He's got one man to beat. He's going to go to the end zone. Peterson, you thought you had him to the ground, but he slips in the end zone for a touchdown, a 52-yard gallop.
And that was a nice counter play, great balance. He's able to run over number 2, Luke Inkseth, keep his feet churning. We talk about accelerating your feet through contact, and Dylan Peterson did a great job of keeping his feet churning, having great balance, and be able to jump 52 yards after lots of contact there.
While Reedsburg needed something out of the half, they took a gamble, and it worked. The run right up the middle from Peterson. High snap on the extra point, but handled and good. So it will be a 14-7 now lead. Reedsburg over DeForest. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
Catch us this week on Girl Talk. We'll be learning some car care tips and how to get our cars ready for fall.
Absolutely, and we'll be learning some important things about our health.
We will be having fun with food too.
We sure will. So see us on Girl Talk here on CW57.
And welcome back into DMB Stadium, the Norskies and the Beavers. The Beavers just broke a big run from Peterson for a touchdown, and maybe it's just we should have expected it because it was bound to happen sooner or later. You're running the ball up the gut all the time.
Well, there was a nice counter play. They fake the fullback dive. They bring Peterson the opposite direction, slip him underneath, and he did a great job of keeping his balance and running. He ran over Luke Ingstead and was able to keep the feet churning and scamper 52 yards for a touchdown.
So now DeForest will take it from the 10-yard line and try to bring it up. They'll get it past the 25-yard line. Will their start their first possession of the second half and look to answer that touchdown from Peterson.
Well, you can expect them to be, give a high dose of, again, lead weak, lead strong, toss. I'm hoping they're going to sprinkle in some play action pass here, maybe even some three-step, try to loosen this defense up a little bit. Otherwise, Jacob Herbs is going to continue to have a field day.
Well, yeah, if they know it's just going to be run all the time, they literally could just take their safeties and bring them, closer to the line of scrimmage if they really wanted to. And here it is, 1st and 10 from the 26. 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. And right away they go passing to Capstrin on the right side. He'll pow right into the kisser and past the first down. It's going to be a Green Bay Packer first down. Lowering the shoulder is Capstrin.
Capstrin out to the 41-yard line.
And you wanted passes here, Adam. And
that's a great
they
first
took your
down
advice.
play. So, lead, sneak Sackman out into the flat. Again, you talk about an explosive play. They keep on leaving that outside receiver alone. I wish they'd throw it to him on that play.
Well, now they do go back to Sackman on the typical I formation running play. And there you go. It picks up a 5-yard gain. So it's not like that's not working still, so you might as well go to it.
Again, the offensive line of the DeForest Norskies did a really great job, anchored by all-conference center Connor Gurton and, Hunter Topple. They've done a really fine job of pushing the Reedsburg Beavers back.
And this time they put both receivers on the left side, and looking left is Wilson. He gets it and intercepted. No! And he's going to take it to the house if he gets one more block, and he's got one man to beat. He's going to be tripped up at the 10-yard line, but an interception. Noah Geffert will take that one and reads the eyes of Wilson, and his sneaks in there for the pick.
That looked like double post, but it was really poor spacing.
And Reedsburg's going to have a chance here to really put an exclamation mark on this.
He made the wrong read, and we talked about Hunter Wilson making good decisions with the ball, and right there that was just not a good position. Noah Geffert right there did a nice read. He saw that the receivers are crossing. He didn't get crossed up. He stayed in his zone. He read the ball. He broke on it, made a great play, and got Reedsburg down to about the 10-yard line.
And now the Reedsburg Beavers will pound it inside the 10-yard line to about the 5, so they're looking to really take an advantage of that field position after the interception. And I feel like a touchdown here really puts DeForest all of a sudden in the hole they didn't think they would find themselves in 10 minutes ago.
Well, that's it is the risk that you take when you pass the ball and you haven't passed a lot. And Hunter Wilson really isn't in any type of rhythm, and that's only the second drop back pass that they throw in all game. Check at third.
And now Shavank under center for a 2nd and goal from the 5. And up the gut, he runs it. Shavank, is he going to get to the goal line just short? So this is going to be 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Beavers.
I guarantee you it's going to be 4 downs here. They're not going to settle for a field goal. This is an icing on the cake possession. This is a possession they didn't count on, and they're going to get that. They're going to try their best to get that ball in the end zone and get 7. Otherwise, they're going to just allow DeForest to be backed up here.
And we're at 6:45 to play in the 3rd quarter. Up 14-7 already. And Shavank will hand it off, and that will be a fullback dive for the touchdown. And so now an advantage after 2 straight touchdowns from the Beavers.
That was a pretty easy run for Chris Jessup behind Adam Colvin and Heath Adams. You can see there's a hole there. Great job sealing. Noah Bauer had a nice block setting up that hole as well.
So here's going to be the extra point. It's a high, and it is good. So now it will be a 21-7 lead for Reedsburg now. We'll send it down to the field here for Jessa and our ladies down there for CW57 Sports, and they've got special halftime guests for us. Or not halftime, but, 3rd quarter. So.
Yeah, well, no.
So now we'll send it down.
All right, we're taking a break here at the I-90 Bowl. I'm here with the head coach of the cheerleaders, Tanya, and we've got a couple seniors here, Emma and Lizzie, joining us. Thanks for joining us, girls. How proud are you of these girls?
Oh, I'm super proud of these girls. Last year they took 2nd at regionals and they took 4th at state, and they do a great job preparing each day for their games.
Absolutely. So talk to us a little bit about the preparation that goes into these games, girls. I'm sure it's a bunch. So what do you do to get ready for a big game?
Well, we go to tumbling every week, and we practice our tumbling for competitions and games, and we go to a week-long camp over the summer.
Awesome. And Emma, tell me a little bit more about some of the accomplishments that you guys had last year and how proud you are of those.
Well, I'm so proud of our team. We actually got 4th at state, which we're super proud of, and we've improved every year, getting further and further up, hoping to get 3rd or higher at state this year. And we also got 2nd at regionals, which is a really big accomplishment for our team.
Wow, that is really outstanding, girls. You guys must work very, very hard, and I know your coach is very, very proud of you, so that's really exciting. Well, we'll check back with you next time, and thanks so much for joining us. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jessa. We'll take it up here after the kickoff from Reedsburg went out of bounds, so now great starting field position for DeForest as they look to answer this 14-point hold they've all of a sudden found themselves in.
Out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First.
The interception from Noah Geffert really puts Reedsburg in a great field position, or great position just all around. And now DeForest will look to answer after that drive started, looked promising, but one too many passes from Wilson. So they go right back to the handoffs to Sackman, but there's the defense in the backfield. That's Zafari Smith, the cornerback, a minimal pickup. So while we have a second, CW57's Talk with the Town is fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format. It's one-on-one analysis of current issues, 608-270-5700. Also the restaurant show. It's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the restaurant show. Also CW57's Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today.
Jacob Herbs is doing a nice job reading the nearest back's feet, marrying them, and really torpedoing towards the ball. Here he is on a blitz.
And that'll be another minimal gain for Sackman, and DeForest will, after having good field position with the kick that went out of bounds, we'll just have to kick it right back at 3 and out for DeForest. So things really changing quickly out of that halftime.
DeForest cannot be scared here. They have got to pass the ball. They have the advantage.
So Van Scoik, the receiver, will be out there to punt. Punts it from the 35-yard line. Caught at the 20 and just has to fall down on it. It's Noah Geffert. And so that ball will be on the 42-yard line. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
We got celebs from A to Z, Tiger Woods to Charlie Sheen. If it happened here, it happened on TXA.
Just under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter in the I-90 Bowl. Reedsburg leads DeForest 21-7, and they have the ball on their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. And right up the middle, there he is again. Is that Dylan Peterson, or is it Muchow?
Nope. Chris Jepson.
Chris Jepson on the carry this time, so they give it to the other guy. They might as well use the everyone you have in the backfield. That's the fullback. And this time he'll take it. 77 yards for the score. How about that? One play is all you need.
Right up the middle. Shortest distance between point A and point B is a straight line. And Chris Jepson didn't have to waver from that line whatsoever. Did a nice job of following his blocks. And DeForest, I really hope they're not deflated. They need to continue to fight. They proved that they could fight through it. Last week versus MG, they're down 21, but there's lots of time left. You know, over 16 minutes of football left to play, and they have the offense, they have the caliber to be able to come back in this game.
Well, things have flipped around quickly, and it's all Reedsburg now. We'll take another quick commercial break. You're watching the I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Hey, Madison, It's a Pizza has arrived. Our oven-roasted Italian beef sandwich is a local favorite. Piled high on an 8-inch hoagie roll, smothered in cheese and served with au jus sauce and chips, just $6.99. Try our Chicago stuffed pizza. Homemade sauce filled with toppings of your choice and lots of freshly shredded mozzarella cheese stuffed between 2 layers of our fresh pizza dough, finished with Romano cheese. Serving the freshest pizzas, pastas, appetizers, sandwiches, and much more hot to your door until 3 a.m. It's a Pizza, proud to be a local original.
Welcome back into DMB Stadium. I'm Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith. The Reedsburg Beavers lead the DeForest Norskies 28-7 after that Chris Jepson 77-yard run. If you join us next week, we'll be at Sun Prairie, Madison West and Sun Prairie for the Isthmus Bowl. So you can catch that one again. And here's the kickoff. Caught by the upback, and he'll take it past the 30-yard line. Wow, great field position for DeForest now, past midfield, and that's what they needed. But here comes the flag.
That's exactly what they needed, depending on that flag, whether it's on DeForest or Reedsburg. But that was exactly a play that they needed to have happen and energize not only the crowd but themselves, and that's what special teams can do. It looks like it's going to be a face mask, so they're going to get 15 yards added onto that, and it's going to be really good, field position here. They need really to capitalize. It needs to be a quick drive, and they need 7 definitely out of this drive.
Well, yeah, now down 21 points. They'll start at the 35-yard line of Reedsburg. So, wow, things have definitely changed after that penalty, but how about that on the return? I mean, he had 3 of his blockers were actually behind him on the play, and he was still able to get up to midfield.
Well, that's just a great job by DeForest special teams and keeping a hat on a defender. And it's one of the hardest things to do in football is block in open space for a long period of time, and DeForest did a good job at doing that.
And with that 1st and 10, it will be a passing play. They go to Van Scoik. Actually, that's Capstrin. He'll run over a defender, and still he's going. He's going to pick up about a 1st down, and wow, hard-fought yardage for Capstrin, and the crowd is loving it.
Again, they're feeding off that energy from the kickoff return, and that's a good coaching point. They're not, Hunter Wilson the last series threw that interception. They came right back. Nice, easy pass to the flat, and what a play.
Well, remember, he is an all-conference defensive back and not even a quarterback, but this year, switching to quarterback, he was 3 for 4 last week, 28 yards and 2 interceptions. He's got 1 interception this week, or 3 for 14 on passing, Hunter Wilson. Then we got the officials stoppage here. 4:24 is on the clock in this 3rd quarter in the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. So here's that familiar I formation again. They give it to Sackman, who's going to use a spin move to pick up about 5 yards off the Beau Gaston block.
Safari Smith again on the tackle. I don't know why they keep leaving him. They can tell they're in cover 2. They're in a cover 2 shell here. And Zaffron's responsibility is the flat. He's in flat coverage. And when he reads run, he's coming up, and nobody's blocking him. And he's got to have 5 or 6 tackles tonight, all by himself, playing out in corner.
Well, it's 2nd and 5 with 4 minutes left in the 3rd. And Sackman, he's going to get near the goal line. He spins in, and that's a touchdown. So DeForest takes advantage of the field position and answers with a touchdown of their own. A Green Bay Packer touchdown.
That's exactly the way DeForest needed to respond after the last 3 plays by Reedsburg, resulting in touchdowns.
So now they can cut the deficit in half, or cut the score in half with the extra point here. Extra point is up and good. That was Jake Capstrin on the kick. We'll send it back down to our ladies soon here. We have a couple fans, it looks like, ready. But this game brought to you by one of our sponsors here, Sunset Grill. They have big TVs and drink specials. Also, what's left of summer, they have sand volleyball out there, so you want to check them out. 637 West North Street in DeForest off Highway V, half a mile east of 9094. So they also have good summer volleyball there. It's a great thing. They brought us food before the game, so we appreciate that for sure. And now we'll send it down onto the field where we have Jessa down there, and our ladies talking with a couple fans, it looks like. So what do we have to go down there?
I'm Jessa Jeremiah. We're here on the sidelines taking another quick break at the I-90 Bowl. I have a group of very enthusiastic fans with me. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us. Great to be here.
So I've got a bunch of folks up in the stands cheering that are dressed up like cowboys. What is up with the cowboy theme?
It's it's cowboy, cowgirl theme day for our school student section, and we're all dressed up, we're ready to go. Cheering loud. We just scored like a good 30 seconds ago. I'm losing my voice. I know these guys are losing their voice, and it's going to be a great game. We got one more quarter to go, and I hope we win this one.
All right, and we're bouncing back from a loss last week, so you guys need to bring it loud and proud. What are you going to do in the last little bit of the game here to really bring some school spirit?
Oh, we're going to be loud.
Yeah, we just got to get as loud as we can for our team, try to help them get momentum and win the game. That's all it's about.
Sounds good. And are you guys out here every game dressed up like this?
Well, we're always out here wearing something crazy, whether it's cowboy stuff or whatever it happens to be. We're always out here, we're always crazy, and we're always cheering for DeForest.
Sounds good. Well, keep up the good work. Keep rooting for DeForest, and thanks for your time, guys. Yeah. That's it for us from the sidelines for now. Back to you.
Thanks, Jessa. Eric Rudders and Coach Adam Smith up here. It's 28-14 after the DeForest touchdown. They'll be kicking it off, capturing and had a 5-yard penalty, so they'll move it back to the 30. And there's the kick. It's not a great kick. Fielded at the 30-yard line, but dropped. And picked up and brought to about the 39-yard line, so it's still a good field position sitting here for Muchow and the Reedsburg offense.
What do you think about those guys, Eric?
I think it's interesting. So that's something.
I'll say those guys have a lot of courage. And it's,
I've seen it a couple times, but just.
Have you ever dressed like that, Eric?
Never.
Never?
Never ever. But you know what? Hey, more power to them.
More power. It's great. Great energy. They obviously got the whole student section going over here, and they're feeding off the energy and hoping they can turn this game around.
Peterson in motion, but it's up the gut to Chris Jepson for Reedsburg.
Jepson's had a lot of success so far towards the end of the first half and definitely in the second half with that fullback dive. Again, running right behind Adam Colvin and Heath Adams there, and they're getting great push on the DeForest defensive line. And whenever you can start second and short, fullback dives, it's really going to open up the outside for them.
Well, here's the same formation again. Pick up a couple on the play. This A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. Obviously, they're one of our sponsors, so we want to thank them and the good people over there for supporting us this season as the official Bowl Series sponsor. A-1 Furniture and Bedding, over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. 2 yards on the carry. They're up 28-14. Reedsburg, 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's the 3rd and 2. They send Peterson in motion. They flip it out to him, and he's going to pick up that Green Bay Packer first down, a few yards extra on top of that.
That was a really dangerous pitch there. Anytime you're in the midst of getting hit, and to pitch that ball is they're really lucky that completed that.
Well, yeah, that was Peterson grabbing that one out of midair.
It was a great job by Peterson tracking that ball and keeping it in his hands and able to get the first down out of it.
Well, I think now we're just looking for Muchow to do it because we have Dylan Peterson with a long run, touchdown run, Chris Jepson with a long touchdown run. Muchow's been doing his part as well. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to break one. So they go to Jepson up the gut. He'll gain another 4 yards at him.
Looks like they were trying to set it up for Muchow there. He's had a couple opportunities of getting off the left side.
So 3 yards on the carry. We're under 2 minutes in the third quarter.
Reedsburg's going to be very content to run clock, even though We're still in the third quarter. They're going to try to eat up the time of possession. They know that DeForest is a very talented offense that can score quick. As proven by the last drive, and they're going to want to keep the ball as long as possible.
And here they go. He's going to
Late
flip
pitch.
it out, and wow, it's on the ground, and DeForest is going to get on it. And while he held on to it too long, Austin Shavink pitches it out to Muchow, trying to set that one up as you were talking about, and it hits the turf.
You can see here in the play, he's getting hit while he's in the pitch relationship was brutal there. He's way too out in front. Talk about pitch relationship in that situation. You want to be 4-1, so you want to be 1 yard behind the quarterback and 4 yards off. And he was way past Shavink there, and it was just, you don't want to get hit and try to pitch the ball at the same time. Usually that's the result.
Well, now DeForest has a chance at midfield. And they'll run it up the middle. And still going, dragging for a first down is Sackman. This one you thought he was stopped. He keeps churning and picks up the Green Bay Packer first down, looking to take advantage of the turnover.
It's a great job. Great block by number 40, Bo Gaston, on Jacob Herbs, and really springing Sackman up the middle. He did a great job keeping his feet turning, accelerating through contact for another Green Bay Packer first down.
And 1 minute to go in this third quarter, and Sackman again is going to pick up close to another 10 yards on the carry. So he's powering this offense and trying to get something going after the touchdown drive last time.
Sackman's doing a great job setting up his blocks. We mentioned it before. He's pushing out here, and then he cuts it up behind his block, and you can see all three purple jerseys there pushing Reedsburg defenders to the outside. He does a great job of setting up the blocks by pushing out and then cutting back underneath.
And they pitch it to Sackman.
Ooh.
He's going to pick up a couple yards, but he had white jerseys draped all over him.
Yeah, led by Jacob Erbson again.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7, 30 seconds left in this third quarter. So probably the final play of quarter number 3. The Norskies are down 14-28 to the Beavers right now. And driving. Wilson to Sackman. Gaston gets a good block, and Sackman still churning those legs and going really close to another first down. Ball's on the 12-yard line.
DeForest has done a great job in these last 2 drives of double teaming and getting a body on Jacob Herbs. And that time they pancaked him, and he was not involved in that play whatsoever. And that hasn't been said very much during this football game.
And they get the play off, the pitch to Sackman, and they are probably better off just letting that one go into the fourth quarter. Nothing doing on that run. And that will be it for quarter number 3.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
So we'll have a end of third quarter interview with the athletic director down here on the field. We'll send it down there.
We're here on the sidelines now with Mike McHugh, the athletic director here at DeForest. And he's been a tough man to catch up with. He's game, but we got him to take a break for just a second. Mike, I know you're very proud of your football team. Talk to me a little bit about that.
We've had a great program, great leadership under Coach Mike Minnick for a lot of years. And obviously our community has a lot of pride in our programs. They really support us. Facilities are great. So we got a lot of nice things going on here at DeForest.
Absolutely, and we've got a wild crowd behind us that has done a great job of cheering on the teams. Let's take a break from football for just a second and talk about accomplishments of your other sports. You've had a great year and some cool things to talk about.
Yeah, we have a great senior class of kids, and last year experienced a lot. Our girls swim team has been a dynasty and took second at state last year. Girls basketball team had a great run, took second at state. Our golf team last year advanced to state softball conference champs. So we had a lot of good things going and a lot of kids returning from those teams. So our fan base is pretty excited.
Absolutely, lots of great accomplishments, so congratulations on that. Anything special that you're looking forward to the rest of this year?
Hopefully a lot of positive things can happen, and we're just glad CW57 is here to help us out tonight and show off our facilities a little bit. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, we're glad to be here, Mike, and I know you want to get back to the game. We'll let you do just that. Thanks for your time. All right, guys, we'll get back to you. Back to more football.
All right, thanks, Jessa. Eric and Adam Smith here up in the booth. It's a 14-28 deficit right now for the Norskis after the first down run goes just for 1 at 2nd and 9 from the 11. Going the other way now after the end of the third quarter. This is the start of the fourth. Sackman fake rollout and the pass too high for Capstrin. That pass incomplete, 3rd and 9.
It's not a bad play call in that situation, but what happened is the defensive end got up the field and his lead blocker wasn't able to hook him where Hunter Wilson continued on his path. He needed to stop his path, set his feet to make that throw, and instead he decided to drift off back behind, got on his back foot, and that ball drifted, and now we're sitting 3rd and 9.
And a great field position here, but like you said, 3rd and 9, and they'll just go up to Sackman, and he'll run it up the middle. It doesn't matter the down or distance. It's a touchdown, and now another score away from tying this game back up.
Well, Mike Min has been preaching it all week. We got to be tough. And Jay Matthews has done a great job with their offensive line. And you can't say enough about how the DeForest offensive line behind Connor Girton and Hunter Topple and Ben Swanton there, Nate Kemp, just willed that touchdown on 3rd and 9.
Well, when you get down by 3 touchdowns, you fight back, and now they're only down by 1 score. So after the touchdown, we'll take a break. We'll be right back for the kickoff on the I-90 Bowl. You're watching CW57 Sports. Back here to DMB Stadium, where the DeForest Norskis just scored a touchdown from Jaden Sackman, and they're now down a touchdown, 21-28 to the Reedsburg Beavers, and about to kick it off. Adam, it was a simple concept on the run.
It was been what they're doing all night. It was just a nice lead play, and again, pad level and leverage, and they were able to push the Reedsburg Beavers back, and he was able to wiggle through there for a touchdown.
And Muchow on the kick return will take it out past the 35-yard line, where Reedsburg will now look to answer both of those touchdown drives from DeForest after the turnovers. And while this game, I tell you what, you get a turnover, you get field position, you come out of the second half, and it's been a different story here in the second half.
Been a lot more scoring in the second half, and this game is as fast as it went through for the first half. It's slowed down a little bit because of the scoring, but it's been very exciting. It's been very fun to watch DeForest fight back, try to get back in this game.
And now Reedsburg, Shavink and the offense will come back out and look to run some clock and also obviously try to put more points up on the board and extend their lead back out. That run will gain them about 4.
Just a quarterback follow play. He fakes the fullback dive, pulls it, and follows it around to the next gap. And it's a play they haven't showed much tonight, but it's been effective.
And it'll be 2nd and 5 for Shavink and the Beavers offense. Ball on the 42-yard line. 11 minutes to play in this contest. Get the defense to jump, and he gets back in place. Now they send Peterson in motion. They get it to him on the right side. He's got a hole. Peterson is going to be gone. A 58-yard score, and no one is going to touch him. They get a touchdown on the board and extend the lead back out. Touchdown, Beavers.
It's a great job by Lucas Manchow. Number 33 and number 17, Nick Hauser, sealing inside and outside edge respectively, setting a nice alley, and Dylan Peterson just had to find the alley and run through it. There was nobody there. They did a great job of sealing that off. And again, you talk about responding, the will to not be, turned down, and both DeForest and Reedsburg have shown great heart tonight and have been responding and just haymakers back and forth. It's like Rocky III.
Yeah, no kidding. None of that Rocky IV nonsense. So we'll send it to commercial. We'll be back for a kickoff. You're watching the I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A-1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A-1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
Well, it's been the Dylan Peterson show in the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. A couple long touchdown runs, and you have Chris Jepson doing it as well. So Reedsburg getting it done on the ground. DeForest has a couple long runs of their own, but their points mostly coming through the air, or established through the air, but now they'll get the ball right back and need to answer again. So DeForest, this is going to have to be a mental challenge right here. It's going to be a squib kick and touched by DeForest, and they're just going to fall on it at the 41-yard line. But now we got a scrum going. The whistle's blue, so they'll just call it down. But you got to wonder, at what point do you go away from the running the ball game plan? Because Reedsburg's been answering everything.
They got really lucky here, and you teach your guys when you're on that front line that you don't want to line up in front of the ball, and that had to be something that they maybe seen on film or even from up in the booth, and their kicker just kicked it right on the ground straight ahead and happened to hit it a DeForest front line, and got really lucky that the ball got batted down and they were able to jump on it.
Well, down by 2 touchdowns now. Wilson will lead this offense, looking to answer once again. Sackman gets the carry. He'll pick up 3.
It's tough to get away from what they've been doing because it's been successful, but the only problem is they're not only against the points, they're running against time as well. And if it was a second quarter, I say, yeah, keep with your game plan and keep running that lead play, but they're going to, they're also up against the clock here. 10 minutes left, down 2 scores. They're going to have to get some quick points, and it's going to have to go through the passing game.
And this time they flick it out to Sackman instead of the I formation, but maybe that's because Wilson was falling down, checking his cleats, saying, what the heck?
Well, we talked about that fullback dive, and they just ran, with the option look in the first half, and they came back to it, break the fullback, run a little option.
It will be a Green Bay Packer first down for DeForest. Ball on the 48-yard line of Reedsburg. Now it's 1st and 10. Wilson to Sackman. Gets a hole off the left side, and he's going to pick up another 10 yards.
Did a good job by blocking down and creating a hole. And Zephyr Smith, you can see, is on the wide side of the field. Wasn't able to close ground far enough. Went high on the tackle. Got shook off, and Sackman was able to, carry for another 5, 6, 7 yards.
Well, unfortunately, we have a Reedsburg player here down on the field. The Green Bay Packers are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youth football. Also, DMB Community Bank, proud supporters of the DeForest Area High School Athletics. 2 locations. Visit their website, deforestbank.com. Near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC. Let's take it down to the field here where we have Jessa standing by. Jessa?
I'm Jessa Jeremiah. We're taking another quick break on the sidelines here at the I-90 Bowl. Joining us now, I've got Doug Crowley, the assistant principal of DeForest High School. Thanks for taking a break from watching the game. I saw you up there in the stands, a very proud spectator.
Absolutely. You know, as a community member and as someone who's a part of the school, we take a lot of pride for Norskies and sports and education and everything that we can kind of put under the one heading of Norski Nation.
Absolutely, and talk to me a little bit about some of your accomplishments. You mentioned doing some fundraising activities and some other things as well.
Yeah, I think our community and again our school in particular does a good job of doing a lot of different fundraising activities for cancer research, for different organizations, and for supporting the community. And kids really buy into that and understand that's kind of one of the things they need to do to move on in life.
Absolutely, and you do a great job of putting on a good game and having a great atmosphere around sports. I know you have a lot of other extracurriculars that you offer as well. Talk to us about some of those things.
Sure. We have everything from Spanish club to FBLA to, you know, some different sort of things like Ultimate Frisbee, and we have a Dungeons and Dragons club, which is a role-playing game that we have quite a few kids interested in and is run by one of our science teachers.
Very cool. So some diverse activities for folks to get involved in. Well, thank you so much, Doug, for taking a break from the game, and we'll have to check back with you later.
All right.
And we'll get back to some more football. Back to you.
And welcome back up to the booth here. It's going to be great field position here for DeForest after the run and the penalty. They actually start going to the option here, pitch it out to Sackman, and then he takes a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, DeForest not known for the option, taking a little page out of Reedsburg's book and run a little fullback dive option. And Sackman did a great job of getting around the corner, good blocks. Brock Williams out there blocking.
So
Hunter Topple.
It'll officially be a 1st and 10 on the Reedsburg 11. So now this is a great opportunity here for Reedsburg to answer, or DeForest, excuse me. And they're trying to claw back in this one, and Reedsburg keeps pushing them back, but here's another opportunity. Here's a handoff to Gaston. He keeps pushing. He's getting inside the 5.
Not that they're going to do this. I'm assuming they're going to continue with their run game, especially being inside the 5-yard line. But that, and you look at that last formation, there's a huge slant lane there. You know, with, again, tall receiver, big body receiver. You can see the slant lane open right now. You know, if they wanted to take it, they could. But I'm assuming they're going to come right straight ahead. That's the DeForest way.
And Sackman will run up the gut. No officials call yet. Appears he'll be just short of the goal line on that 2nd and 3 run. But that should pick up the Green Bay Packer 1st down. So great situation here for DeForest now. It's going to be 1st and goal inside the 1-yard line. Actually, officially, they're calling this 3rd and 1. So here's Wilson. He's going to hand it off up the middle and stuffed at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards. Nope, he gets in on the 2nd effort. Sackman, 3 touchdowns for him tonight.
Cole Carrick did a great job of penetrating and making contact in the backfield. He just couldn't hang on. A great 2nd effort by Jaden Sackman, spinning out of it and diving to the end zone.
And while that puts them back within another score of tying this game back up, so while the Jaden Sackman show.
I mean, they talked about it all week. They needed this toughness. The offensive line has come through with them.
Oh, low extra point. But he lasers it. Oh. No, he lasers it left.
No good.
So that one is going to come into play later potentially because now down by 8. So DeForest misses the extra point after the touchdown. We'll send it to commercial break. We'll be right back for the remainder of the I-90 Bowl.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for Talk of the Town. Join us this week. We've got a great show for you. We're going to check in with Wisconsin Business World now that school's back in session to see what they have coming up. And Wisconsin Sports Network is going to give us the latest and greatest in high school football, all right here on the CW57.
And after the touchdown and missed extra point, DeForest now down 27-35. Here's the kickoff, the squib up the middle, taken by Muchow. And wow, getting up to the 44-yard line. Again, special teams getting Reedsburg great field position.
Lucas Muchow hasn't been had a great impact offensively as far as running the ball. He's had a couple of nice runs, but majority has been Jepson, and Dylan Peterson. But he's been a huge impact on kickoff return and setting up the Reedsburg offense in great field position.
And Reedsburg will start on their 44 for 1st and 10, up 8 points, 35-27, 8:04 remaining in the I-90 Bowl. And here they go for a gain of about 6 yards to midfield, but a flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
Usually from that position, that situation, it's a face mask.
And there you are. You're
face mask.
Correct, Adam.
5-yard face mask on DeForest.
So Reedsburg will move the chains on the penalty.
The result of the penalty makes it 1st and 10 Reedsburg.
So ball will be placed on the 45-yard line of DeForest now. As the clock ticks now under 8 minutes to play. See if they continue to go to Jepson. And they do pitch it out to Muchow on the left. And he's going to pick up 3. This game brought to you by CW57's Talk of the Town. It's a news talk format presenting fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format by providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. If you want to feature your business, organization, or cause, call 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv.
That was a great tackle by number 10, Alex Shoden, on Muchow there. Shed his block and form tackled Muchow, drilling him into the ground. It was a great tackle by him.
As this clock now is under 7 minutes to play and up by 8, they can take their time. It's 2nd and 8 for Reedsburg, but they will decide to take a timeout after the play. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a Packer timeout. You are watching the I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of DeForest area high school athletics. Stop by either of our DeForest locations or visit our website at www.deforestbank.com. DMB Community Bank, near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC.
Catch us this week on Girl Talk. We'll be learning some car care tips and how to get our cars ready for fall.
Absolutely, and we'll be learning some important things about our health.
We will be having fun with food too.
We sure will. So see us on Girl Talk here on CW57.
Eric Rodgers and Coach Adam Smith back here in the booth. Out of the timeout, Reedsburg is facing a 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line of DeForest. DeForest defense looking to make a stop here and get the ball back for their offense, as they're down by a score here. 6:45 to play. Jepson, Peterson in motion. They go for the pass. Is that their first pass of the night here, Adam?
That was their first pass of the night. Play action, little tight end pop pass to number 7 there, Cal Mazer. And unfortunately tripped over a defender, and it looked like it was there. So good pass by Shuvink.
Yes,
and he might have been able to slip through the seam there.
Well, he only had 6 pass attempts last week, 2 for 6, 36 yards, a touchdown. He did most of his damage on the ground, 69 rush yards and 2 touchdowns. But we haven't really seen him escape the pocket and make any big plays with his feet here tonight.
No, DeForest has done a great job of bottling him up and not letting him get out into the open field.
And they'll give it to Muchow. Muchow's going to be gone. And he is going to finally reach the end zone in a big play. And now all three running backs have scored touchdowns for Reedsburg. And you talk about a three-headed monster, Adam.
Well, that's the second time they've scored on a big run out of that counter play. They fake that fullback dive that brings Muchow back the other direction. They're a great kick-out block. And, again, we saw it the last time with Peterson when he ran it. There was nobody there. They did a great job of sealing that up and have a nice running lane for Muchow to go about 35 or so yards.
Well, there's going to have to be a situation here for DeForest. How can they answer once again? They've got to be mentally drained.
Well, maybe this is, they practice in the pistol, practice in a little bit of the spread where that can come into effect. I mean, spread Reedsburg out a little bit with their tall wide receivers and maybe get Hunter Wilson going again. They got to score quick, and so far they've proven they really haven't been able to do that. There have been calculated drives marching down the field.
And it's 27-42 in favor of Reedsburg. We'll be right back after commercial on the I-90 Bowl, CW57 Sports.
In the United States, there are over 500,000 accidents every year caused by somebody who is texting and driving.
It's hard to believe I even have to do a video right now asking people not to text and drive. There can be nothing that important that could cause you to text and potentially take a life.
Many people are killed every year because somebody is texting and driving.
Please be cautious, drive safe, don't text and drive.
Reedsburg ready to kick it off here to DeForest once again. DeForest down 27-42 after the Muchow touchdown run. All three running backs with touchdowns of their own. And we'll see what Sackman and the DeForest offense can do. Or as you suggested, Adam, maybe work a little bit of your different option, the pistol that you were practicing before that you went away from. So this game is brought to you by The Restaurant Show. That's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life is too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on The Restaurant Show. If you want to be on The Restaurant Show, 608-270-5700. And so it's Hunter Wilson, Bo Gaston, and Jaden Sackman, the quarterback, fullback, and halfback, coming out here. And they will go with the option play. They give it to Sackman on the left side spin move. And there is a flag. We got another flag in the backfield as well. We have 72 and 35. Jacob Erbs actually, calling something against DeForest there. Hunter Topple.
It looks like one of the penalties is going to be a hold out here on the receiver. And number 86, Brock Williams, was out there holding.
While we're sorting that out, Girl Talk is one of the sponsors here. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. If you want to be on Girl Talk, call 608-270-5700 or visit CW57.tv. Also, Sunset Grill. They have the big TVs, the drink specials, pool and darts, and outdoor patio.
They also have great waffle fries.
You had the waffle fries?
Waffle fries, fantastic.
I'll give that a chance next time. I mean, I snuck another meal. They didn't know about that.
That's it.
No, just kidding. I didn't. So we have 6:19 remaining in this game. It's going to be 1st and 18 after the penalty for Reedsburg. Or DeForest, excuse me. Backs them up to their own 17-yard line. So Sackman will work from the 17, gets out to the 20-yard line. The blocker, Van Scoik, got out in front, but the defense closed in on him.
And Safari Smith again, called three names on this Reedsburg defense. Savari Smith has been one of them. He's been involved in a lot of tackles, and they just keep on blocking down and leaving him on an island. And for the most part, he's done a great job tackling Sackman.
Well, Sackman gets the pitch to the right side. He'll get out to about the 29-yard line. Set up a second and medium, or a third and medium. But the clock continues to tick.
Well, we got a holding call on DeForest.
So that one's not going to do anything to help the Norskies get back in this game. As the crowd is all sitting down, not as obviously loud as they were before.
I wonder if they used all their energy of getting back within one score. And
maybe all the guys need to get back in their cowboy gear, tie their shirts up.
Yeah, Mucha might have taken all the energy they had left out of it.
5:37 on the clock left in this game, down 27-42. DeForest looking for an answer. Drop man back to passes Wilson, a little jump pass, and he gets it out to Sackman, I believe, and he's diving. Does he get the first down? It appears he's close. Tyler Bloom, the fullback, obviously pointing, saying, yeah, we got it.
This is a great call in second and long. Reedsburg's been coming hard all game, and to set up a nice little halfback screen to Sackman there to get him in 3rd and 2, which was amazing, being as there were a second and about 17.
And Sackman is going to break one past the 50, the 40. He's going to shoot past one guy. He's dragging down at the 25-yard line, but man, a run off the left side. And that is what DeForest needed to get some momentum back.
Again, a lead play there, able to bounce outside. That time they blocked the corner, and you see what happens. Savari Smith was not there. He was eventually able to get off that block and make the tackle, but not before Sackman ran 25 yards.
Well, I don't know how he's not tired. He's been doing everything for this offense here tonight.
He has been. He has shown a lot of heart and a lot of grit along with that offensive line, and he's ran really hard tonight.
And once again to Sackman. He'll gain another 5 yards on the carry. Takes it down to the 20. So we're under 5 minutes here, Adam. Is there anything DeForest can do here? I mean, should they get a touchdown? Is it onside kick territory?
I believe it is, because if they allow Reedsburg to get the ball, they've already proven that they can score. There it is. Throw the
Van Scoik, but that pass too high and intercepted. And that was Savari Smith, 5'10", 160, but he jumped up for the low pass. And that's the second interception thrown by Hunter Wilson tonight.
Well, Hunter Wilson didn't do a fantastic job of getting that ball out there to Van Stoik, but Van Stoik didn't help the situation by running the ball and not attacking. He saw it was short. It was high. It would have allowed Van Stoik to attack the ball at a high point, but he stopped and didn't do anything. And Savari Smith comes down with the ball, and another squandered opportunity just by inexperience, I believe. I think they're going to come back and look at this game on film, and they're going to learn a lot from it, and they'll be better down the road for it. But that was a moment where Van Stoik needed to cut his route off and high point that ball, at least, defend against the interception.
Well, Shavink in the
that's going to be a penalty.
Reedsburg offense, yes, he had 2 men in motion. So the run would have gone for a first down. So you can call that one back. So it looks like Reedsburg's got this one pretty much in hand now, as long as they don't turn the ball over. We saw DeForest tried to make something happen as they got close to the end zone. They went to Van Scoik in the corner, but underthrown from Wilson. He had 2 picks last week.
One thing DeForest does have in their as to their advantage is they know Reedsburg, number one, is going to run the ball. And number two, they have a lot of mesh point plays where they're going to be pulling and reading, and they could have, they've showed it once already of putting the ball on the ground. Maybe that happens again and they're able to recover.
Next time they go to the left side on the running play. It was Jepson will get a few. I think this is timeout territory, perhaps for DeForest.
And they're going to talk about that going into this timeout. You know, that look, second, third, fourth people in on the ball carrier, you're ripping out. And Reedsburg's they're talking about ball security right now. 2 hands on the ball, don't fight for extra yardage. Let's let this run, you know, this clock run.
And while they're in a timeout, we will take a Green Bay Packer timeout. We'll be right back on CW57 Sports.
Good as new, half the price. Get your laptops at Pawn America. Pawn America Madison is featuring this Apple MacBook Air, new at $1,100, good as new for just $499. Here's an HP 350 new, now $99. Or this Asus with Windows 8, good as new for $129. A compact Presario, get it good as new for $99. Or how about this HP Pavilion, new at $300, yours for just $79 in Madison. Back to school, good as new, half the price at Pawn America.
Oh, back in here to DMB Stadium where Reedsburg leads DeForest 42-27. They have the ball. Make sure you stick around for the presentation of the I-90 Bowl trophy, most likely to Reedsburg, but we have 4 minutes and 23 seconds here to find out who actually that will be. So Jepson on the sweep out to the left side. He's going around. One man to beat. He's going to be gone. 30, 20, 10. Nobody's going to catch him. Another touchdown from the Reedsburg backfield. What can you say about
great block
that
by
one?
number 7.
It's just more of the same. This is turning into a track meet here.
Cal Mazer did a great job of blocking on the edge there. Number 7, DeCleat, pancake block, and, you know, Muchow didn't have much more to have to deal with and run along that sideline. Again, DeForest is a young team. We talked about it with Jay Matthews this week. We're only 5 returning starters on offense and defense. They lost a ton last year. I think they've improved from last week's performance against Monona Grove, but they're right into a buzzsaw against the Reedsburg Beavers. But DeForest is going to be better. They have no doubt about it.
Wow, just a killer turn of events here in the second half after only 7 points apiece in the first half. And we will send it to break. We'll be back with more on the I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Inside your body could be the map to a whole new world.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, inviting you to watch Talk of the Town, where we invite local business owners on to talk about news and information, all right here on the CW57.
Back in here to DMB Stadium for the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. We have 4 minutes and 11 seconds left. DeForest about to receive the kickoff after a long touchdown run by Jepson from Reedsburg. They've answered the call quite a few times, but you got to wonder at what point does that mentality break down? You just got to accept it.
There's no doubt these guys will keep fighting until the clock hits 0, and that's the way they're coached, and that's the way they're going to continue to play. That is,
or is that Jake Capstron on the kickoff return? He takes it up to near the 40-yard line, the 38 officially, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Norskies. And this game is really, you know, it's lived up to what it was supposed to be, a great battle between two Badger North teams. You have Reedsburg, who won the conference last year, but DeForest coming in really proving they're, you know, they have some skill players here. This time Jaden Sackman taken for about a yard on the carry. So not really anything too pretty about that one or fancy, but it seems like Reedsburg's kind of, you know, figured out what DeForest is doing. Obviously just running the football, but they're inside the mine. It's like they're inside the huddle with them. And there's another run that goes for a minimal yardage.
Sackman, the ball carrier. Stopped once again by Ryan Drightney.
So 3:26 left in this game, but we have an injury on the field. DeForest player went down on the run off to the left side from Sackman.
Being as, again, DeForest being so young, they're going to continue to run the ball here. Again, they're going to have to lean on this run game all year long, and they got to get better. And they have they have anchors and Connor Gerton and Hunter Topple, but everywhere else across the board, they're young and inexperienced, and they got to really lean on these guys to continue to fight through this Badger North, which is a very tough, conference, and try to get a playoff spot.
Well, you saw who just came off the field. That was Jaden Sackman, the guy they've been leaning on all night. So we'll see who they put in the backfield positioning. They don't have anyone in the halfback position on the roster, but ended up going to, if I'm not mistaken, Eric Skoronski.
5'9", 132.
No gain on the play, 4th and 7.
So this will be, as you may have just heard, a 4th and 7 now for DeForest, but looks like they'll just go for it and try to make something happen. You got to attempt this. It's 2:45 left. They throw it to the left side, incomplete. The receiver wasn't ready for it. And so it will be a turnover on downs, and it appears the DeForest defense will come on and just kind of like, all right, well, we'll make a stop, but we already know the outcome of this game. We know where it's headed. And unfortunately, their efforts in the first half and through the first 3 quarters of this game didn't carry over once Reedsburg really took over.
The heart of DeForest really has to come out now on their defense, and they cannot allow another score. Looks like a number 11, Jack Yeager, is the backup quarterback in right now for Reedsburg.
Jack Yeager, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Yeager, the 6'4", 175 junior, hasn't played at all this season, obviously, as the backup, as the Norskies call for timeout here. 2.5 left in this contest, the I-90 Bowl. The tale of 2 halves. You had your first half where 7 points apiece. And then out of the second half kickoff, it was all Reedsburg. And DeForest really making a couple nice answers and some drives to come back after the touchdown drives by Reedsburg.
It'd be really interesting to see how Reedsburg fares against Wanakee, who seems like they're back on track. They had a down year last year, but it looks like through the first 2 games of the season, they're back to where they usually are, and even Mount Horeb, who's going to be a contender in this Badger North. Badger North's very competitive, and obviously these are the 3 top teams in the Badger North: DeForest, Reedsburg, Wanakee, and even throw Mount Horeb in there this year. There's going to be a fight for this title, and Reedsburg's definitely up for the challenge. They want to defend that conference title.
A good job of swarming to the ball carrier there on defense, but the last conference championship for the Norskies was actually a tie with Wanakee for the top dog in 2009. Their last state title was 1982, and they're looking to get back there, but they're going to have to overcome this tough game, and they had another tough loss last week to Monona Grove, a 21-0 victory. All those points came in the first quarter, so they made their adjustments after that game. They just couldn't put together the offense.
Talking with Jay Matthews last week, he talked about, we talked about all that scoring in the first quarter and what it was, and it was just, the simple turning the ball over. And once they stopped putting the ball on the ground, ball security this week, and they've proven they worked on it this year. This week it's been a focus, and they've done a great job securing the ball as runners. We just Hunter Wilson, some of his ill-advised passes, or again continuing with the interceptions, and you just can't have that.
Well, the running back on that one, Calvin Moon. Don't have any statistics on Moon. here, but he comes in, the halfback slash defensive back. He'll get his opportunities with 2 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, Reedsburg's really going to test our knowledge of their roster right now.
Yeah, right. This is where we earn our money. But under 2 minutes here now at the 45-yard line. It's 4th and 12. They'll just run the ball here. Maybe the pitch to right up the gut with the fullback.
Number 47, Dennis Sam.
Sam, another guy who doesn't get a whole lot of playing time.
It's always good to be able to get a lot of the guys in this situation where you can get them reps, you get them game reps, which is even more valuable. Give them opportunities because you never know when someone's going to go down and that person's going to be in. You know, all coach and staffs are the philosophy, next guy up, it doesn't matter. You know, next man up, and we're going to rally around them. And some of these guys might have to be, you know, depended on as the season goes on. Someone goes down.
Well, DeForest goes back to the ground game. And a minute and a half left in the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl. You see the ambulance that had stayed the entire game has left. So any injuries, I don't know what you do here.
You're gonna have to limp to the.
And a good running there on the pitch. I believe that was Tyler Bloom on the carry.
And don't forget to stay with us after the game to watch us present the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl trophy. And it looks to be to the Reedsburg Beavers.
And 1 minute to go in this contest, and we will give that trophy. And they're keeping the ball as Wilson. He's not going to get much. He's just going to be dragged down the 35-yard line. So yes, after this game, we'll have that trophy presentation. Jessa and Janet will be there to give that ball to the winning coach, probably Brian Pottinger. Down to 35 seconds here for DeForest, and we'll close this one out with a 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Wilson looking long, but no one there. Only closest one was Cal Mazer, the cornerback for Reedsburg. Clock stops with 22 seconds, 3rd and 12. So now do you come out here with a couple plays you just been wanting to work on all season? Is that the situation you're in right now?
No, I think you stick with bread and butter. Again, you send a message to your team. This is what we do. This is who we are. This is what we need to get better at.
And Bo Gaston on the carry. We'll bring up 4th down now, but the clock is ticking under 10 seconds. And they won't have to run another snap. That will be the end of the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl, where the Reedsburg Beavers were victorious over the DeForest Norskies 49-27 behind the touchdown runs of their 3 running backs, Dylan Peterson, Chris Jepson, and Lucas Muchow, all getting involved in that. We'll send it to commercial. We'll be back for some post-game analysis and the presentation of the A-1 Furniture trophy.
Hi, this is Tommy with CW57 Community Connections, brought to you by TDS, and I'm standing in the Leisure Community Education Center, and right next to me is Paul Terranova, Executive Director. So Paul, what is going on here at this center?
Well, when you think about it in the broadest sense, the community center is a place for all of us to develop ourselves and share our gifts with the community. So community education in the field is thought of as bringing education and learning outside the walls of the 4 walls of a school. And we do a lot of that in terms of partnerships with the schools that we're co-located with. We also think of it as a broader process of us learning how to live in community together. So you start living, you're living in a neighborhood, you're a resident. Sure. It's when we start to take care of each other that we become community members, and when our we grows and we start thinking of other people as ours and people that we're willing to stand up for and take action for in our public lives, that's when we become citizens. So that's what we are. We're a place that people move from resident to community member to citizen.
Now we can talk about it and you can kind of display it, but what does it really look like in real life here?
Sure. So I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff that happens here and it looks really, really different. You could have kids who are doing robotics with college students, college science students. You have artists in residence coming in and painting murals or doing glass sculpture with high school students. You've also got some volunteers coming in and working in the food pantry, serving in the food pantry, folks who are teachers from the school who are working with kids who are behind on their credits or supporting people with disabilities who work in our kitchen to serve low-income kids meals. There's just a whole variety. We've got a lot of outside organizations that come in and help us doing pre-apprenticeship training programs and English language learning and a senior meal program. It's a huge kind of funnel for the good stuff that we have in the community to come and get out.
Welcome back here to the post-game show of the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl, where the DeForest Norskies have just fallen to the visiting Reedsburg Beavers. Touchdown runs from Dylan Peterson, Lucas Mucho, and Chris Jepson really did them in, and Reedsburg, or DeForest rather, did all they could to answer the call, and just too much running and too many touchdowns from Reedsburg tonight.
Yeah, they really did a good job. Reedsburg did really a good job running their offense, setting the tempo, and really creating lanes for their running backs to run through. And when they created those lanes and they ran, there was nobody there. There's nobody from DeForest there until it was too late, and they were already 30, 40 yards down the field running for a score. Reedsburg is a very good team. We're going to have an opportunity to see a lot of the Badger North this year, and they're going to continue to be contenders, and really they're holding on to that title. Remember, they're the ones to beat. They're the conference champs, and they want to hold on to that title, even though they know they're taking it a game at a time, as Coach Boninger has said. And DeForest, they're young. They're going to bounce back from this. They're going to continue to learn. They've played better and went back to their mainstay in offense in the I formation, and I'll tell you what, Jaden Sackman ran with a lot of heart tonight. He got pounded by Jacob Burbs and Cole Carrick and Jafari Smith tonight, but I tell you what, he didn't give up. He kept it pumping the whole time, and he's going to be a back to watch also in this Badger North. Well, the preseason coaches poll picked Reedsburg to win this conference, and DeForest has won the two of the last three meetings between the teams. But in the last time these two teams met, Reedsburg's Dylan Peterson, he had 9 carries, 84 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So we're something similar to that here tonight. So Peterson's one of those guys to watch, an all-conference type of running back. So we'll see how that progresses and that three-headed monster that they have going on in the backfield. So we'll probably see more of Reedsburg down the line. DeForest, though, really stuck in there, and they answered the call as best as they could. It's just they showed a lot of heart and energy to get back in this game. They just couldn't overcome the hole that they dug for themselves. But I think Coach Manick will be very proud of how they came out and the energy that they showed from the beginning of the game. And they hung with Reedsburg for most of this game. They did. Again, too big of a hole with the turnovers, especially in scoring situations. And again, young team, they're going to bounce back. They got a good coaching staff behind them, and they're still going to be contenders for a playoff spot coming out of the Badger North.
Well, the time of possession in the first half seemed to favor the DeForest Norskies, but it kind of switched over, and it was really Reedsburg's game to lose after they took advantage of field position and turnovers, and it comes down to that. But we'll take a break here, and we'll be back with the A-1 Furniture I-90 Bowl Trophy presentation. You're watching CW57 Sports.
the boom. JJO's Sonic Boom. A day to remember. Bring me the horizon. All that remains. Avatar. JJO's Sonic Boom. September 13th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
DMB Community Bank is a proud supporter of DeForest area high school athletics. Stop by either of our DeForest locations or visit our website at www.deforestbank.com. DMB Community Bank, near to you, far from ordinary. Member FDIC.
A-1 Furniture and CW57 Sports. You guys really earned it tonight. Great job. Here you go. It's a heavy one. Nice job. Congratulations. Great job. I'm going to turn it over here to Adam and Eric. They're going to ask you some questions. Guys, I'll let you jump in here.
You guys can go. All right. You want to talk to some players?
We're talking to you, Coach.
Yeah, come on in here. We're with Coach Brian Pottinger. You know, Coach, it was a first half that was, it was very close with, running 7 points apiece. What was your mindset going into half number 2?
Just make a few adjustments. We didn't do a whole lot, but we had a few things that we wanted to do on both sides of the ball. And really it was a matter of just executing. And that's what we told our players. Just keep playing hard, execute a little bit better, and things would start to take place.
Coach, we said tonight that this was going to be, a pounded out game. We knew DeForest was trying to switch it back to, their traditional I set and getting away from that pistol the last 2 weeks. Did you know that coming into the game, and then was that part of the adjustment that you had made at half, as far as your blocking schemes and really getting a hat on people, because it really seemed like you guys created some really good running lanes for your backs?
Yeah, defensively, we did not know that they were going to do that, go back to the eye. It's a good move on their part. That's what they're known for. And you saw they got the great tailback there, and the fullback did a nice job blocking. It's something we saw in pregame, so we don't have a whole lot of time to make adjustments for it. But we scrambled, did what we could, and they're tough to stop. I thought our kids offensively did a great job too. We stayed patient. As you saw in the first half, we didn't score a lot, but like I said before, we executed in the second half a little bit better, and things opened up for us.
And, Adam and I were kind of talking post-game. One of the things that you don't normally get a lot of chances to do is to get your second, third string guys some reps as real game time reps. So what was your goal there establishing, once you guys kind of felt you had this game in hand?
Well, I don't know that we felt like we really had the game in hand until about 4 minutes left in the game when we pulled ahead by a couple scores. But, I mean, you could see they scored so quickly also. And we don't ever go into a game saying we want to get the twos and threes playing time. We hope we can. If a game gets out of hand one way or another, obviously we try to get them in. But that's never one of our goals going into a game.
We called Karen, Jacob Herbs and Jafari Smith's name a lot. What can you tell us about the way they played tonight?
All three of those, and really our whole team that just battled. I think those three typify, what our team did overall. But just coming up and making plays. Zephyr on the perimeter out there and had to pick in the end zone, and Cole inside. And it was tough going in there. I mean, they're pretty physical, and I'm just so proud of all of our kids. They just kept battling, and eventually we were able to pull ahead. So I'm just so proud of them.
All right, well, hey, we appreciate your time, and hey, thanks so much for being here with us, and congratulations, obviously. So for us, we'll wrap it up here. You've been watching the I-90 Bowl on CW57 Sports.